Hello. I woke up and I was, watching my TV, and I figured I'd give you guys an update on my life in general. Um, I missed my appointment with my Zoom to talk to the real estate agent. I didn't feel up to talking to him, and I had a bad day at work. Um, so I really do want to move to Alaska. I am taking, I'm going to have to sit there and figure out what it's going to take to get there. And because winter has started there, and I don't know how I will get, right now. I'm, I can't afford Pahrump. And it's just one of those things. I can't seem to. I never answer anything that I don't know. It's one of those things. After I had a death threat and stuff, um, I get weird calls and stuff. I know I put my phone number down there, but I only accept text. So if you want to, you're welcome to text me down on my phone number, but I won't answer any phone calls. It's just one of those things. It won't happen. Yeah. You can text me all you want, but when it comes to phone calls, I don't answer them. And I appreciate you calling and all nights of the thing. It's Spring Valley. I get a phone call from Spring Valley every so often, and it will never answer back. It's just a phone call. And I'm like, wow, this is really weird. I've been getting this phone call a lot. So I did answer one day and nothing happened. So I just don't answer any phone calls from anybody. But if you want to text, you're welcome to text me all you want. I usually don't get back to you until after, like, I, I'm not one to get a lot of texts. So I don't look at my phone a lot. So I had realized most of the houses here in Pahrump go between a half a million on up. You get some, yeah, they're like close to that. They're a quarter of a million on up. They're really expensive now. This isn't the cheap time to move. This is the time for a seller to make a deal. So I have been pondering and thinking, well, how am I going to afford? So I was told I can get a really nice trailer for a quarter of a million, a trailer. And I'm like, really? I looked in other areas of the country for me to move, and as much as the houses were affordable, there were no jobs. So if the houses were affordable, there was no jobs. So I had to put, my idea in plan. And it was my son who had said last year he wanted to go to Alaska. And this is when he was in between, he was just before he got hired a while back. He said he was thinking of going to Alaska because of the fact that he felt that, he was talking about going to Alaska for a short time, and then I picked it up and thought, well, I said for men it would be horrible because we were talking about Alaska and stuff. But I said for women, it'd be decent. They have a lot of incentives to get a house if you're a good hard worker. I myself, work hard. So anyway, to make a long story short, I contacted an agent and we started talking. And he said, there are a lot of opportunities. I told him I wanted to change from me being a service person where I'm a bartender, a server, to an archaeologist to get a job that is actually right in their area. And they said, he goes, oh, yeah, they're actually always hiring. And you don't have to have big credential. They just need someone who can shift. I've been shifting a lot. So if you can shift, degrees and stuff like that and help catalog, he said, you'll be good. He's, he said there's a lot of jobs like that, but they're not what you call your bread and butter. He said you'll be paid. He said a lot of people, if you're making a job that we were, kind of putting up that, but in my head, I'm thinking, okay, if it's $80,000 and it's not like a big job here in Trump, the average salary is quite large. It's just you got to get in with the right people. If you don't know the right people here, you're screwed. So I'm going to be honest with you. Don't expect a job here, but if you're real pretty, it helps. You know, you're in dragon territory. That's where you're at. You're in dragon territory. So the only way I can afford a house here is if I get it given to me, literally. That's the only way I'm going to be able to stay here, or get a house in my price range, which would be I can afford 130. Yeah, that's a small little. You never see any, but out west it's almost impossible to see that. So that's where I'm at. That's why I wanted to go because I want to break my my I want to sever the bond between my ex and me forever and have it done. I don't even want to be forever friends with him. I just want to be, you know, uh, that estranged woman. So that's where I'm at. You know. So I'm thinking of sending a message to a friend of mine in Michigan, uh, snail mail, and I don't know what I'm going to hear, but I really didn't want to go back to Michigan. It's just, it is a land of the ice and snow, though, and high taxes. Where I'm going, it's not the high taxes and stuff. So, anyway, I have pretty well thought really hard about this, and it's to that point where you're thinking, look, I can't afford, and I really, uh, the prices that are here in Rome for me. Um, it would, it is just too expensive, and I have gone through this. That's why I haven't put my house on the market because I have to figure out where I have to go. Yeah, that's the reason why I've been stagnating it because of that fact. My ex had a place to go for a while and he was pushing it and he put the house on the market. It's like what you call secret market. And he was showing my house a bit and my room. Um, what I plan on doing is I gotta go and go through my stuff and I am going to talk to, in the evening, I will talk to so I don't have to worry about getting home and taking a shower and trying to talk to Zoom. And, it's just, I just want to get home and smoke my weed and feel better. So what happened is I have been pondering and I realized there's nothing here holding me back. And I really want to go. I heard that if you buy from certain, and this is what I heard, and this is what I'm going to ask him about, you get a lot of more help because you're moving to the cold tundra and you're moving to Alaska, and a lot of times you get a lot of help, and that's what I figured I would get because they would know that I was a single female. And I'm going to ask him that. Is there buyer incentives for single female? Is there this? I've heard a lot of things that I'm curious, so I got to write my questions on a pad because when I talk to people, I tend to like talk about other things and forget the main thing, which is, you know, um, is there buyer incentives for single females? Is there buyer incentives for first time buyers? Is there buyer, all the things that go with that? And what can I do in order to, move into this great house or move into this house? And that's what I have been up against is I want a house that's about 1,200 to 1,500 square feet. If it's more, that's great. I want a 3 bedroom because I can rent out a bedroom and have a bedroom for either my son wants to move with me, that type of thing. So that's where I'm going with that. When it comes to that, it's that type of thing where you're like, well, it's just that. Um, I'm going to have next month. I am having my fibroids looked at because they shrunk one weekend, and I got a weekend of fibroid free weekend, and the next 2 weeks afterwards were just, yeah, they tripled in size. I'm wearing clothes so no one can see my stomach or anything on that because I just feel like I got a big beer belly and it looks like I'm a beer drinker. So I have been wearing clothes that hide it. And that's where I am with that. I am going to have my fibroids ultrasound in October. And I'm like, finally, I think it's funny though. I have 2 heartbeats. One is like, I put it on my heart because I wanted to hear what my heart was doing. If my heart was missing a beat, it was doing okay. Thinking of getting a stethoscope, but it was like really weird. Like, wow, that's weird. Yeah. And that's where I'm at with that. Um, I wanted to give a good half an hour talk. I will start talking. I would say if I do a half an hour video a day, like after I get done with taking a shower and stuff, I can talk to you guys and be more real. But I needed time to cool down and realize what I was going to say, which is the truth. I need to sever ties with my ex totally. I get it. I can't even afford $300 a month room, so I could supposedly date. If somebody wants to date me that bad, they could scrape up $300 and get me, you know, give me a place to stay if they're that serious. And no one here is that serious. Most of the things I didn't just have hookups and stuff. I talked to people for over a year or two, and literally I was fished with every single one. Not a relationship transpired from it. I don't want that. I want a relationship. So far, what I see here is no relationship, not a single thing going on. And um, I'm just feeling left out, is what it is. Everyone is dating and seeing someone but me. That's how I feel. That, you know, I feel that I'm just stuck and I don't want to be stuck no more. And I want to date and I want to do all that. And where I'm stuck, apparently no one sees me good enough to get me unstuck, to help me, you know. And that's how I feel. That's the reason why I want to move to where I can afford it and have, a job and possibly the job of my dreams where I wanted to be an archaeologist back in 1987. And it just didn't happen. Well, it could have happened, but I just didn't want to deal with the rules and regulations that they had at that time and what was going on. So I more or less just said, my dad showed me the reality of everything. Mm, I wanted to be the archaeologist. I guess it was from the Indiana Jones time where a lot of people thought, wow, you get that exciting. No, it's not that exciting. You go to a site, usually you hear of, oh, they somebody found something. That's how it happens. And you get archaeologists coming out there and they're digging up, they're going, wow, we found an amazing find. And you get books published and how you found it and all the hard work and all the people you worked with and the background stories, and you sell a gazillion books and you make 3 or 4 movies, and you're in the history books. And that's what I wanted to be, in the history books with my family. But apparently my family, their motto is go big or go home. Well, apparently I'm home and I'm not going big. So that's obvious. I've been fished with more dating apps than anything. Um, I've been wanting to find a actual relationship with a guy for a while, but apparently no one really. The ones that do come around here are the ones that don't have a job and need money. And I'm tired of spending money and not having none for myself. I'm not even a Splenda mama. I'm like I don't can't afford you mama. So that's where I'm at with it. You know, yeah, my fibroids have gotten bigger and I do need some prayers. So I will be saying a prayer at the end of the show here, and saying, hey, let's just say a little prayer that everything works out all right, that they can actually decrease the fibroids and get it down because it has gotten big. I mean, I can't believe how big it's gotten. It's gotten like, yeah, I hide it with a really big shirt that I wear at work, and it's all of my shirts from that are Harry Potter are really big, thankfully. And uh, I've had some health issues that I had to deal with. I usually from standing. I in the summertime it's hot. It's I've had swollen feet, and I had to change my shoe because my feet were so swollen that they hurt in the other shoe. So I wore different shoes. So right now, I've been wearing bigger shoes, and it's cold now. In when I work from 12 to 8, it's cold. But I'm hoping, uh, with anything, to get in a different area of work, which is from 7 to 3 in the afternoon, and that's what I'm hoping to get. You know, for that. The only time I won't work, uh, is if I work from 7 to 3. I will have to leave work early because I still will meet the 7 3, but I will have to. It's no, no. Yeah, I will. It's okay. I'm making up. I always make up my day. So yeah, the fibroids have gotten bigger. They took a week off to give me a week reprieve, I guess. But they've gotten a lot bigger, and I've been hiding them and telling my friends I still have the 6 pack. Got a sheet back here, Joe here. So that's what I've been having to deal with. Financially, I couldn't afford. Yeah, I can get roommates and stuff. And I was thinking of other ways, but then it's still incorporating my ex to know what's happening in my life. And I don't want him to know what's happening in my life anymore. I don't want him to know what's going on or who I'm dating. He needs to just stay out of my life because he obviously doesn't pay my bills. I pay my bills. So that's what I'm dealing with. So let's say a prayer. Um, God, the man up there, Mother God, ancestors, all people that can help me, angels, please help me to my day at work. Please make the pain for my fibroids not that bad. Please lessen. I've had swollen feet, a bad back. Please help me. Please have them give me an answer this next month on the 19th when I go. Please help me. Please make sure that they can take care of me and make sure that they can find out how big my fibroids have gotten. And I hope to God that it all works out. I hope to you that it all, and you can have where I make it to there in enough time. Please help me. Amen. All right. So may everyone be blessed and have a wonderful day. Keep a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart.